Hey, what's going on YouTube? Mike back with another release day video. Today we are going to be opening up 24-25 Panini Select La Liga. So obviously hunting Yamal, hunting Messi, hunting a lot of the La Liga legends. You can get, the normal select case hits in here. I do like that Panini lists the odds on the back. We'll get 5 numbered per box, and then 3 either autos or mems. Usually it's 2 and 1 or 1 and 2. Hopefully we can get something sweet out of here. I don't know that I've ever opened up a full hobby box of La Liga Select, but with Yamal kind of being the hottest thing going right now, it seemed to make sense to do so. We pre-ordered this. It just showed up this morning, so going to be opening it up. One thing in this card of the day, obviously it's not a Liverpool card. I just thought it was interesting. In this, David Adams, depending on how much you spend, has like free gifts. And there wasn't really anything I wanted based on the price of this. So I selected like random pack. And they sent me a Leaf Father's Day proof pack. And in it, I got a Xavi 1 of 1 printing plate, the cyan plate. I just thought that was kind of cool, especially opening up La Liga Select. Maybe it's a sign that we're going to get a Barcelona youngster, good player. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll get right into this. We had, obviously, a couple of videos yesterday, so you guys are kind of all caught up on the other stuff going on. So we'll get right into it and see if we can get something cool. I always do like Panini Select as a product. I think the cards look really good. I actually prefer it to Prism, even though I think, like, usually it's not quite as valuable as Prism. They do put fakes in this, like fillers. So it's hard to guess based on pack thickness, but I'm going to do my best to sort of put some of the thicker cards or thicker packs to the back, because usually the autos and stuff are thick. I don't know. We'll do it something like this. Just kind of mix it up. A couple of what felt like thicker packs on the back. But here is the pack. Brand new, released today. Another one of those new releases that got pushed back and we've been waiting on. So let's see what we can get out of it. First pack, I must have opened it backwards. I totally did. Okay. Well, the silver on the back, and then we have a backwards card, so I'm not sure if that is an auto. I guess we're going to find out. We have Ivan Nayu, rookie. Alvarez. We have a silver Garcia Equalizers. Nice looking card. And then on the back, we already saw the silver Williat Svedberg. And then, I don't know if this is going to be an auto. Baena, looks like it's just a field level. Yep, just a field level. And I think this is like, not numbered, but it's like in, even in Select Premier League and stuff, there's always like one parallel that isn't numbered. And so this is kind of like their field level tricolor. But it looks good with the La Liga sort of color scheme and everything like that. Good looking card. Baena. We'll keep it moving. These things are a little weird to open, if I'm being honest. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so let's see. Do we have the same thing? Yeah, so the back 2 cards are backwards every time. Kind of interesting. Enzo, rookie. Duro, and then our silver field level or snapshots. So it looks like a field level, but this is the snapshots. That's Lucas Toro. And then our backwards card from Girona, Brian Hill. He played somewhere in the Premier League. Is that going to be a numbered? So it's blue. Not numbered, though. Good looking card. He played, I want to say he played for Wolves or Chelsea or something. I know he played, maybe it was just a loan. I'm not sure. Or maybe he's currently on loan. Maybe I'll pop up a little blurb, but that name is really familiar. From Girona. And then, yeah, we had that guy. All right, this pack does feel a little thicker, but it could just be a filler. Like I said, all of them, they kind of do a good job of disguising where the hits are in these. So, okay. Next pack up. We have a hit. All right, we have Luka. Wouldn't mind a nice Luka card. Comer. And then let's do, I don't know what the best way to do this is. We're going to do it like this. Oliver McBurney. And then we have our field level Johnny Cardoso. And then our hit is going to be Michel from Girona. Forgive me, maybe this is like bad ball knowledge. I don't know much about this guy. I don't know. In fact, when I say I don't know much, I mean I don't know anything about this guy. I mean, it looks from the picture like it's a manager card. Let's see if it says anything on the back. Yeah, so he's the manager of Girona, took over in 21-22. Took them to their highest league finish. So, obviously he's a pretty good manager, but probably not what you're looking to get as far as your hit. So there's one of our autos. Hopefully that is not our only auto. All right, next up. We're not putting the manager of Girona on a stand. I'm sorry, guys. All right, next up. We have Losada and this guy. Behind that, I guess I've been putting the rookies here. Behind that, we have Stuani, Unstoppable, Silver, and then another Girona card, Mezzanine, Abel Ruiz. Just a silver. My piles are wild right now, guys. Guerra. Okay. Still not one numbered card yet. Am I missing something? It said we're going to get at least 5, so these next few packs, we got 2 hits and 5 numbered cards. So, Conde, and then we have a snapshots of Lejeune. And then a Prism, Terrace, Inaki Williams, a player I know. Looks to not be numbered again, just a silver. Okay. And then Gomez. This is wild. Not one numbered card yet. I must have, in my setting up the packs, done a pretty good job. It looks like we have another hit here. So, right as I'm saying, I did a good job separating the packs. We'll see. Federico, and then Tarrega. And then we're going to flip it over. All right. So we have Baena. We have Aitor Rubial. And then this looks to be an auto. Who is that? Let's see. I do not know who that is. Aymar Oroz. So that is our the tricolor as well. The La Liga tricolor. So we'll take care of that in a second. And then on the back, Tarrega again. So Oroz, and that is, it's got to be numbered. Yeah, to 49. Okay. I'm not familiar with the player. Again, I'm not an expert on La Liga. I'll be the first to admit it. Like I said, we're hunting pretty specific players here, but that is our second auto. And then we got the tricolor rookie, Rubial. Hopefully he ends up being unbelievable. And we have this card of his. Oh my lord. Struggling over here. Okay. So I don't know if that counts as one of our 5 numbered cards because it's a hit. It usually doesn't in my experience. So we should still have like a numbered card and one more hit between these last packs. In almost every pack. I think we'll only have one more base pack. So, all right. Next up, we have Areso, Sotelo, and then we have the Kubarsi. That's pretty sweet. I like the outsides of that. Future, Pau Kubarsi, silver. Not numbered or anything like that, but that's a nice card. And then we have the Mezzanine with a huge print line down the middle. And then another Brian Hill. But Kubarsi, I think in terms of like rookies, is kind of the one you're shooting for in this. So pretty happy with that to get that silver. The outside, I like that card design quite a bit. Hopefully Premier League Select follows that. Because a lot of times the inserts, like, I had one somewhere. The silver inserts, they kind of, like, in my experience in Select, they kind of all look the same other than, like, the stained glass and stuff like that. So it's cool to get something that just looks completely different, I guess. All right, next up, Fermin Lopez. I don't know what this is. We have Girona FC. Oh, the badge. Silver badge for Girona. That's pretty sweet. Those are not, at least like historically they weren't in every box thing, especially the silver one. Unfortunately, this one, you can kind of see it, has a print line right through the middle of it. But Team Crest, Girona, silver, that's pretty sweet. If you're a Girona fan, you'll want this card in your collection. I know I would want the Liverpool one. We'll put that there. And then we have the Unstoppable. So this is what I meant, by the way. Like, before those borders were on there, like, those are not that different. You know what I mean? So, from my standpoint, it wasn't that cool. And then we do have to 49. Look at that. We've been getting PC hits consistently. And we got Mamardashvili on loan from Liverpool. Our future goalkeeper behind Allison. And then Vinny in the back there, by the way. That is sweet. I'm happy with that. Orange to 49, Mamardashvili. Hopefully he is as good as he looked in the Euros forever for Liverpool. Because my understanding is his loan hasn't been the best. But he's young, you know, that's going to happen. So, how am I going to do this? I think we'll do numbered. Just for the purposes of sorting. This is a thick pack. That's got to be our patch. I'm thinking this is our patch. Nope. As soon as I say that, there's a filler sitting right on the back of it. All right. Let's see what we got. Salim, Rubial again, Gazinga. And then behind that, we do have a numbered card. 99, Gerard Martin from Barcelona, rookie. Not familiar with him, but a Barcelona rookie that's numbered is not super, or not a bad thing to get. We'll set that over there. So Gerard Martin, a numbered Barca rookie. Happy with that. Next pack up. This one's also thick, and it also, you guessed it, big filler right on the back. It's interesting that they put the fillers on the back in these ones. You'd think if you really tried, you could kind of feel them. But, all right. See what we got. We got Carmona, Aberdeen, and then we have a numbered Latasa, Juan Mi Latasa. Behind that, we have Endrick. That's going to be a rookie field level. Too bad that wasn't the numbered one. I believe that's a rookie in Panini. In one of the two, it for sure is. No, so they're not calling it a rookie. But field level, silver Endrick, that's pretty sweet. And then Yeremy Pino. I guess Panini did the rookie before Topps did, so that's why this one isn't going to be considered a rookie. But Endrick, still certainly a player you're chasing. And a silver field level is decently rare of him. And then the Latasa numbered card, 87 of 99. So we've got two purples, an orange, and a purple auto. The purple auto was to 49, the orange was to 49, and then the two purples were to 99, I believe. All right, next up. No filler, so we must have a hit here. So let's see what we got. We have Alejandro Francis, Alejandro Balde, and then MB. Barcelona, Marc Bernal, patch to 49. So it's a numbered patch, probably purple again. Another rookie. I mean, that's pretty sweet. Another Barca rookie. I'm happy with that. And then on the back, we did have a Loic Bade. And that is to 59. So sort of weird numbering there. So two numbered cards in that pack. One was the Barcelona rookie patch. By the way, if you guys are La Liga fans and you know more about these players than me and you have any light to shed on any of the ones I don't really know, please do so. I'm not above any sort of feedback, criticism, or just help. All right, let's see. Marc Bernal. And then we got our last pack. So unless we get a bonus hit or a case hit, the box has not got much going on, unfortunately. But we do have Casado. We have De La Fuente, rookie card. And then behind that, Julian Aguirre. All right, I'm just going to give up on that. And that's another orange to 49. That's pretty sweet. Then we got a Gavi field level tricolor, I'm guessing, because I didn't see numbering. That's a sweet looking card. And then behind that, Conor Gallagher, another field level. So you get a lot of field levels, I feel like. Historically, those are sort of the rare ones in Select, but we'll see if Premier League, I have that pre-ordered as well. I think it comes out in the next few weeks here, sometime next month. So we'll see if Premier League follows suit. But let's see. So we're going to do a quick recap of what we got. Let me just sort of move this stuff over. That's just a silver, and that's a silver. Okay, so in terms of the stuff we threw in top loaders, we got the Gavi, not numbered, but nice looking card. We have the Endrick, field level silver. We have the Pau Kubarsi Future. Sweet looking card, but not numbered. I was kind of hoping it was. The Girona badge. We have Rubial, tricolor, rookie. We have Brian Hill. Again, not numbered. And then a tricolor Alex Baena. And then as far as our numbered stuff, did we get the 5? Yeah, we got exactly 5, what you would expect, plus the hits. We got this guy from Athletic Club, 1 of 49. We have the Bade to 59. We have the Latasa to 99. We have a Barca rookie, also to 99, Gerard Martin. And then we have the Mamardashvili, Liverpool goalkeeper, future Liverpool goalkeeper, to 49. Happy with that one. If you didn't watch my last 2 videos, by the way, I'm on a hit streak of Liverpool players in the boxes I've opened, which is interesting because this is a La Liga box. So that was really one of the only ones you could hit, right, that were a Liverpool player. Unless I got like a Luis Suarez auto or something. In terms of hits, this is probably the best one just because it's a Barca rookie. I have to assume there's some collectivity to that. Mark Bernal, 4 of 49. Patch, I'm sure it's not game worn. Nope. So that is the Panini way, unfortunately. We got the manager of Girona, Michel, auto. Maybe it's collectible. I don't know. And then we did get our auto numbered to 49. Aymar Oroz, pitch side signatures, 27 of 49. So overall, my guess is that was not a good box. But to be honest, I don't know. You guys can let me know if there's more to it or anything. Again, we have more releases coming up. It's a really exciting time kind of the year because there's a lot of stuff coming out in the next like 2-3 months. So watch for that. We got Premier League Select, Serie A Select, and then Breakaway Prism all coming in the next like month. So there will be more videos coming out on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that I've basically posted 3 in the last couple of days, so thank you so much for watching the videos, commenting, stuff like that. If you haven't done so, please scroll down, hit the subscribe button. It's really fun to see that number kind of climb up. I am going to be doing a giveaway as well soon. I mentioned it a couple of times previously, but it's going to be around the Prism Breakaway that's coming out. So watch for that in the coming weeks as well. And otherwise, I really appreciate those of you who've watched. Have a good rest of your day, a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.